Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video, and you join me today starting off at Berwick-upon-Tweed station, where two of the coal trains are making their way to and fro, and in fact in the distance you can just see one of the passenger lines making its way out of the station, heading off to the north, and I think there should be another passenger train coming in, at least another two passenger trains coming in from the south, one from directly south, which would be down a market, and one I think should be coming in from Ollerton any moment now. In the last video I finished off the widening of the railways, particularly specifically at Downham Market and Croydon, and in today's video I'm going to be making use of that. You see, today we are going to be reaching the year 1900, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just polish up a little bit on the rails, double check a few things, get the timetable sorted, and then move to the year 1900 and get some new trains running. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. This is going to be a video of just some administration, sorting out, as I said, the timetabling, maybe using some of the unbunching to sort that all out, and then trying to pick new trains for the next line that is going to be coming up, which is going to try and make a proper express and a proper stopping service. So I'll be trying to work out what trains I can use then, of course, after I move to 1900. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. Apparently those trains have not turned up. I'm going to assume that as soon as I roll the title credits, the trains are going to show up. So let's roll the title credits and I will tell you in a few seconds. Surprisingly, I was incorrect. It seems as though the trains are still a little ways away. So a few things have happened between episodes. In fact, we have all of these commercial buildings that have now popped up, not in the best manner, but certainly they do sort of work along the side of the railway. It is a bit of a shame that there are these large gaps. I would much rather that the gaps were not there. Perhaps a little bit like these two, the estate agents and whatever Tonian guy is, or easier to say, this travel agents and the NatWest Bank. So that would be better as opposed to these over here. This is even better than that. Obviously Costa did not exist back then. Greg's did, I think, and the post office most certainly did. Nationwide, whilst being on your side, also I think did not exist back then. And here comes another coal train. Now I am having some issues with the coal train, so I will be looking at that. But the first thing I want to do is double check the lines as they are being routed. So we have this line is okay. This is all okay. This is not okay. Okay, so I need to make an edit here, and the best thing for me to probably do is to add a whistle board. Not that. These are all too new. Here we go. Well, I cannot add that whistle board because these are just all getting in the way. I need to find some old style whistle boards. That is something I need to find. So if I go ahead and add a whistle board here, I should then be able to take lines that I can see. So that's line there, and then between Berwick and Bracknell, add that. There we go. And probably do the exact same for the coal line. Now, the reason I'm doing that is because I do not want the coal line causing havoc as it goes through here. Now, again, this is a bit awkward. Why is it doing this? That makes no sense at all to me. Perhaps I should put a signal here. That is a new signal. Start a signal. No, oh, it's because it's a waypoint. That is why. Never mind. Let me go ahead and put this here. So what I'm going to do is say that you need to also pass through this on your way out. And again, the reason for this is that I would rather not have... In fact, just thought of something. Go past a train that is stopped, swap onto this line, and get out of the way of the express service. Okay, I may have just come up with another idea that is probably better than doing this. Wait, how have you ended up there? Oh yes, you go across that. So instead of doing this, why don't I do this? I think this could make sense. Do that, and similarly do this way. It would keep it out of the way of incoming trains. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I am going to say that what I'm about to try here is going to be a little bit interesting if it works out. So what I'm thinking is that it will follow along this line out of the way of the express service, but then go through this track and then back over. That is my thinking. In which case I need to put a signal here too. And I probably need the track itself. Ah, that is a problem. Can I not? Okay. Could I build it just here instead? So then it goes back over, getting out of the way of an express service that may be coming through behind it. So it goes there, and then the express service can fly through. This thing will stop. I think that is a good idea. So now all I need to do is try to get this to figure out how it is going to do it. So do this, go there, and then come across. Good. I'll sort out the express service momentarily, and then on the way back I want you to go through this signal, but before you go through that signal I would like you to go through this signal. So that gets out of the way. Then what I need to do is somehow get this one to go through. Oh, it still does that. Can I stick a whistle board somewhere again? A little annoying. I could put a distance signal. It's not often you see those on my map. I could put one of those. If only those worked. If only those worked. Why? Why is this not a thing? Hang on. Oh, right. Yes, because currently we are going through Down a Market. And we are stopping at Down a Market, which is going to change. So it needs to be after Down a Market. Then I need it to add that. There we go. Good. And that is correct right there. Exactly as I want it. Now, looking at this, signaling is probably going to have to change, but I will see what I can do. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to start messing around with these timetables. So, railway, bus, railway. Let's find some timetables. Here we go. I'm going to, instead of having an arrival departure, going to remove, delete all. Oh wait, no. Unbunch, wait, auto unbunch at Bracknell. Conforth, no timetable. Maxfield, no timetable. Ely, no timetable. Berwick, unbunch. Auto unbunch. Down a Market, auto unbunch. Croydon, auto unbunch. Back at Down a Market, auto unbunch, and perhaps here too, and then not here. So the reason I am trying to do this is I'm just trying to get it to roughly split to where it needs to be before I start looking at putting timetables back in, because things are going to change. And also, because things are going to change, I do not want these trains just auto unbunching and holding up other trains that are, for example, sitting at Down a Market. So that is that, and I am actually going to attempt to do the same thing on this, because these trains are causing issues. I remember them causing issues before. So I'm going to attempt this. How do I want this to happen? Do an auto unbunch at Maryport, and then auto unbunch there, and see if that helps. Fast forward that. Okay. So those are two that are now unbunching properly, or should, in theory, unbunch properly. Then what do I need to do? I think for now that should be all right. Okay, I'm now going to create the stopping service that needs to go from Bracknell all the way to Croydon. So this is going to be our new stopping service. And at this point, I would say perhaps Bracknell station is now a little small, which is perhaps a touch concerning, given that I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to expand this station. But this may now be a station that is just a touch too small. May need to add another 2 or 3 platforms to it. Now what I could do is just add a platform here, but this is not, I think this is not going to be long enough, just taking a look at the size of that stopping service right there. I could move this over to this side and then attempt to make the station bigger. That is a possibility. That is very much a possibility. And that's where I can have trains just waiting to depart here. Maybe not yet, not quite yet. So here we go. We will turn this line. I'll turn this into a bright green. Or I say bright green, I've already got a bright green one, but we'll go again. So we'll do a PARA. Is it RA or should it be RW? I've just realised I may be making a mistake here. I think they're supposed to be RW. I'm going to have to look into that because that could be a potential issue. So here we go. So we're going to do Bracknell to Croydon, and this will change, of course. I'm going to do that as RWST. I'm just going to check now. How have I put these lines? RA. They're supposed to be RA. It's just a few that I've done as RW, PARA, and I think initially it was supposed to be RW. Okay, well let's just make it RA since I've got the majority written as RA. So there we go. That is the one, and let me begin. So we'll start with Bracknell. We will then go Carnforth, Macclesfield, Ely, of course. We may need to connect these stations up, these lines up in Ely before anything else happens. Before we go to the 1900s. Well, I could go to the 1900s and then deal with it then. It doesn't have to be. Oh well, we must get it running by the 1900s. Downham Market, end at Croydon, back to Downham Market, come on, back to Berwick upon Tweed. So this is a full stopping service. It will call at all stations on the route. Macclesfield, Carnforth, and then back to Bracknell. Now, the next thing I need to do is set the platforms for it. So, we want platform 1 there and platform 4 here. And for some reason it is not happy about that. I assume something is incorrect at Macclesfield. So at Macclesfield we have platform 1. We have autosave, but we have platform 1. Hopefully. Anytime now. Come on. Autosave is being a little slow today. There we go. Platform 1, and over here we shall have platform 4. So the express service will be running right through the middle. Ely, we are going to take... Oh, maybe I should... Okay, how would I do this? So at the moment... we have 2 coming back, 2 going forward. What I want is this to change to be 3 going forward and then these coming backwards. That could be difficult to do. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to pull this off. I'm just going to check something though. Yes, that is what I wanted to check. Is that one possible? I mean, this is obviously, this one would work, but that's a bit of a problem. Could always check which one of these. Oh, all of this is in use. I was going to say which one of these are not being used, so I could mess around with it. But all of them are in use. Connecting this would not be a problem naturally. This would just go from here like so. That bit there is not an issue. How fast can I go there? 65, 60. Okay, so 60 is the speed of choice. Probably just do that just to have that bit prepared. And then it is just going to be a matter of trying to figure this bit out. Because what I would want is this side and consequently this side ready to go. So we'd have the 6. At the moment we have 2, 2. I would need to make some adjustments here. This would become, well, this one would open up a little further. Actually, this one would open up a lot, whilst this one would tuck in. Perhaps I'd have this one tuck in something like this. So you'd have that tuck in something along those lines, and you would have this one that goes this way, just opening up further and further to take on the 6 lines. I'll have to see. I will have to see how that one pans out. Going back to the stations I was messing around with. Yes, let me just pick a couple for Early. So, at the moment, the express train also stops here, but it is not the platform of choice. So I will take platform 4 there. And 5 here. That looks reasonable, I would say. For now. Just for now. West Mersey also is going to have some work. Now, West Mersey could be an interesting one, because there are going to be express trains running through it, but there is so much going on in West Mersey that we want platform 1 on the way there, on the way back, platform 4 on the way there. We need to try and keep this middle bit open as often as we can. Obviously, if there is a train there, there is a train there. There is nothing I can do about that. And then over here, we will have stopping. I think the best options here are going to be platforms on the way back. So on the way there, platform 3, and on the way back, platform 4. 3 and 4 will do. That will take it through the middle. Why does it do this? Why does it not? Okay, it goes around. Why does it not connect up, follow along here and go along this bit here? Okay, I'm going to have to do something over here. So I wanted to come back this way. If I put a signal just here, just there, I hope that is enough. That should be enough to fit a train in. And then go back to this on the way back. So you do that, and then go past this signal, please. And that is better. That is what I want to see. Of course, that makes this one a little bit awkward, but the freight lines I can always mess around with. Then we've got all of this. This is a bit of a mess. So down the market, there is platform 1. Back is platform 4, please. Follow that along. That bit is all right. All the way to Croydon, where you are going to take platform 1. Excellent. Okay, that is... Wait, no. After that, go through there. There you go. You have the option. Take it, please. Unless I want to... No, I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so now that that is complete, that is that new route. We should probably set up the... I say set up the signals. No, I think we are okay. These signals are probably going to cause problems with the extra trains going on to them, so I'm actually going to move some of these signals. So I'm going to put a set of signals here. Those signals can move back a little. And then, yep, so that makes that a slightly larger block. There we go. Follow that along. We have another signal here. We have a signal there. I think those signals need to be pushed a little. Do they help with this? I have no idea. Then we have the signals here, which is fine, signals there. So all I've done is added one extra set of signals in all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, 6 blocks. I think that is okay. Possibly need to get some queuing traffic here. So there is maybe the possibility that I need to add some queuing traffic just here to help. So that would just help queue some traffic. In fact, that is probably a little too close. And then also coming into the platform, I would say, oh, those are already there. That is okay then. Just trying to think if there's any other way to queue traffic in. No. This area is going to be this area is going to be quite busy. Over here, this could do with a little bit of work. So moving the signals from here, going to try to tighten up the signals just a little. Oh, it's very difficult to get signals on the bridges. I keep forgetting about the weird lag issues that I have still not sorted out. Come on. There's one. There's another. And we want some subsequent deletion of... I was going to say deletion seems to be quite quick, but no, it isn't. There we go. Then I'm going to have to add another set of signals here and here. So that gives us an extra block for the trains to be coming in and out of. Yes. So that is an extra block that should help traffic. Over here, I really do not think we can add an extra block. And I suppose coming into here, we should maybe have... So we have one there. Maybe we should just have one just here. Just one for the inbound. Just have it hanging over this particular railway, this level crossing. That was the word I was after. Okay, so that is all of that done. I think we are now going to see how this works. Oh, this may not move. No, this should sort itself out. In theory, this should sort itself out. Stopping for a period of time and then unbunching everywhere else. I think that does sort of sort itself out. Here comes another train behind it, and actually this has kind of worked. They should not be getting in each other's way. And then what I would want is I would want another train behind it right now, so there should be, in this station, there's going to be another stopping service going through that will follow these in. Which is where we could have, that is where we could run into trouble with the two platforms. Okay. This has not worked quite as well. How's that happened? How are you two not unbunched? Maybe you will unbunch somewhere else? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, so that has all been done. Now what I need to do is... could I do this? Or should I do this off camera? Just trying to think about how I would put these together. Let me, at the very least, let me put a track in. Oh, I need to somehow get this track to be straight though. There we go. How did they join? Which track came in? This track came in. Okay, hold on. Hang on a minute. Can I? That's where things go wrong as usual. That's not been too bad. Okay, since this bit doesn't have it anyway, the fencing, can I try my best to... I know where this track is going to go, so I would want it to just cross over here, like so, and then do that, which looks fairly similar. It does look fairly similar. There we go. Probably adds the exact same 25 mile per hour crossovers here. If it wanted to actually take those, maybe it needs to be slightly further away. Like that. This crossover would probably never be used, but there we have it. And then this would need to possibly change, or I could just do this. That does leave something out. What does that leave out? It does leave something out. I'll have to have a look. I guess it leaves... yes, this track could come across to here, which is actually kind of okay. But I think that I need to maybe look at this and do that, bring this along here, and then I will focus on, after that, I will focus on bringing these bits out as they should be. In fact, do you know what? I think I have the ability to take this up to about here, because I know how it is going to go. Why does it not want to do that? So I've just had a really weird connection there. I know that this bit is definitely going to be like this going forward. This is just not quite there yet. So there we go. That bit's completed. I could possibly look at this, but the problem with West Mersey is you can see now we have longer platforms. Things need to start. What is wrong with the railway here? What are these tracks? These are not correct. Whatever these are. Go away. I have no idea what kind of track I have here, so I'm just going to put 80-mile-per-hour tracks in. I suppose I could just check it by looking at speeds there. Oh, they were 80-mile-per-hour tracks. And then I'm just wondering sort of what this curve would need to be to make it 80. And the answer is a lot tighter than I can give it. This could be a problem. See, I may have to do that and then swing it over to get these corners correct. Okay, that is going to be a whole extra bit of work. Way more than I can do in this video. The rest of it, I think I should be able to handle. Okay, so as I said, I am going to get to the year 1900. So let's go ahead and I'm actually going to save this as 1898. This is the end of the 1898 save. Oh wait, I really should have paused that and then saved it. So this is the end of the 19th century. Next up, 20th century. Which will actually have more of the focus in the next video, but at least we are going to get into the 20th century, and I will do some checks of what we actually have available to us. I am going to see what exactly I have, because I have no idea what will show up as soon as I hit 1900. So that is now saved. So that has taken 200, it says 217 hours on the save time, but that simulation time, game time total, 356 hours. Then, I suppose, what? It's going to be another 300 hours for the 20th century. Let's go ahead. Change the date to perhaps the day this video is going to come out, which is going to be the 12th of September, 1900. There we go. Go away. Okay. We have that available. We have, I'm not going to be using that. Bolster, cars, British oil tank wagon. Now we can start working with oil. Loads of tank wagons. Good. Loads of different colours. Goods wagon, a six-wheeler, that doesn't matter. That could be a big thing. Yes, those are going to be big. That will start helping my express services. Which will be running at whatever speeds I can think of. 75, 80, 90 miles per hour. Lots of those. Oh, that's it. Did I really not unlock a new train? That is disappointing. What's if I... Oh, this goes all the way to 1909. 1897 was when... So we've got 60 mile per hour trains. 67 mile per hour trains. Okay, so realistically the fastest we're going to probably end up going is going to be 70 miles per hour. That can only do 50. That can do 62. That can do 62. So yes, It looks like we are stuck at least for now, 60-ish miles per hour. We will try to go as fast as we can, so it will be the full 67 mile per hour trains. It's going to be the plan. And then as time goes on, I am sure that I will unlock more. So in the next video, what will I do? Okay, this is the plan for the next video. I'm going to see if I can fix this bit. So as we enter the 20th century, I'm going to see if this bit can be improved in and out of Ely on both sides. So that and that needs to be fixed. West Mersey is going to be a work in progress. This is going to require a lot of changing. So that can happen later on. Everything else will be fine. So as soon as Ely is done, we are going to get the stopping service running properly, and we will get rid, I say get rid, but we are going to turn this into just an express service, which will stop at Bracknell, at Ely. I'm still debating West Mersey, so if you want to leave it in the comments box whether or not West Mersey should be a stop. Certainly it is going to stop at Berwick, and then it is going to stop at Croydon, and then in the future it will actually not be stopping at Croydon, it will not be stopping at Batsley. I may get it to stop at Stratford upon Avon. I'm not entirely sure yet. And then I probably will have it going, this one, probably all the way to Taunton and stopping in Taunton. Unless I stop it at Stratford upon Avon, after which you catch another train to do these journeys, or jump onto the stopping service, which will continue on. So it will go Stratford upon Avon, Berwick upon Tweed, Ely, and then up to Bracknell. That could potentially be the plan. I'm not entirely certain. It depends on what the 20th century brings. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Now that we are in the 20th century, as I said, we are going to start working with oil. We are going to continue building this. Batsley and Stratford upon Avon are the next two off this line. And of course, after Stratford upon Avon, we already have the rest of it. So realistically, it's just that bit there and that bit there to go. And over here from Maryport, we've just got the route to Shepshed, and then connecting it right up over here into Sudbury, where I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to pull it off, but I may try something. I'll try and figure something out. If not, perhaps the second station will need to go in here. And Chagford is already connected. That will just leave Bridge North and Shepton Mallet as the last remaining unconnected station. So yes, next video, as I said, stopping service. Then I will probably connect this. I'll probably better off just finishing off this commuter line. Croydon, Batsley, Stratford, and Maryport, Shepshed, Sudbury. Just get that done, and then spend a whole heap of time working on the freight. So make sure you stay tuned for all of that. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your supports would be massively appreciated. It would really, really help me out. And also, there are links in the description box to my social media and my Discord server. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. And let's see just how much I can do. Ely will definitely be done, but let's see how much I do after that. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video.